Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Journalist Toolbox training. My name's Mike Riley, your trainer once again. Today, we're going to work with a tool called LLM Journalism Tool Advisor. It's built by Joanne Ditas at the Center for Cooperative Media at Montclair State University. Great tool, very intuitive and easy to use. It's one that can help you write prompts, or at least write base prompts to help you to perform a specific journalism task. But really, it works for other industries too. Marketing, PR, pretty much anything that involves content creation and writing, data analysis, editing, finding sources. Covers many, many different topics. So it's very versatile, but it is tailored to journalists. But it is versatile enough that you can use it for other professions as well. So if you're looking for the URL, you can just Google LLM Journalism Tool Advisor. It'll show up right at the top of your search. Or you can hit pause and put in this URL, llmadvisor.replit.app, and it'll take you right there. So let's go ahead and get started. You can see here, very simple interface, compare case studies, and jump to a workflow. We're going to explore these in a minute. But the bread and butter of the tools down here, it asks you what task do you want to perform today, or maybe you're doing multiple ones. Let's say I'm doing editing. So I'm going to click on the editing tab. Then it asks me in more detail. Sometimes this goes down 2, 3 levels. What kind of editing assistance do you need? I'm going to say copy editing. And then boom, it gives me a sample prompt. Act as a lead copy editor for the AP. We want you to make all these changes and then just paste your text in after that. And I agree, he always recommends too, what tool it works best for that. And I agree, Claude is a very, very good copy editing tool. ChatGPT's gotten better, Gemini's so-so, but Claude has been out in front since the very beginning with editing. I've had the best results there too. And I always, not just, briefly explain the rule that justifies the change. Sometimes I'll ask it to list in bullet point underneath, what changes that it made in the copy. So you don't just get the edited copy back, you actually get a checklist of changes. So it is a very human-like AI editor. It gives you, very very conversational editing, which is what we want in journalistic work. So you can go and start another task by clicking down here. And I'll go in and try a different one, data analysis. I want to go in and extract structured data from a document. Maybe I want it from a PDF or a scanned document. And here it gives you, I've uploaded how many ever pages of the PDF report. And then it gives you this prompt that tells you how to phrase it to extract, and you have to tell what you want it to extract, name, title, organization, whatever the headers are in each column of the spreadsheet or the table. And do not include any other text or explanation. We'll pull that data out and scrape the data. And Gemini is pretty good for that. Claude's excellent for using large data sets. Analyzing and extracting information from data sets. It's really good at that. It's just really built for that, and it'll handle very large data sets. So that's another advantage of it. So this is, get a feel here for, some of the things that you can do with building those base prompts in the tabs down here. Up at the top, it allows you to compare tools, which I do all the time in my testing. Whenever I give a tool a task, like an editing task, I never just give it to Claude. I also give it to Gemini and ChatGPT, or maybe one of the other tools. But it gives you a comparison here of its strengths, weaknesses, or limitations. And best use cases, it does a really good job at this. And then also the pricing for each. So you can get a good idea of what each tool does well. Case studies is a good example. And I go to this one quite often just to look and see how people are using AI. It could be good for, developing story ideas or ways you can use AI for certain tasks or certain types of projects. They're a lot of these come from smaller newsrooms too, which I think is great. AI can really help smaller newsrooms perform a lot of really important tasks or very cumbersome tasks. So you see the list here, and maybe you've done something and submit it to them. There's a little submission button down at the bottom where you can share it. They also have workflows here, these little jump to a specific workflow. If you want something, a prompt that'll write a good headline, boom, there it is right there. You don't have to click through all the tasks to get down to it. maybe a social media package creator, and boom, it'll give you the prompt here for it. And it'll go through and give you all the areas that you need to fill in. So that gives you an idea of what to do with this tool. As far as building base prompts, keep a prompt library, keep a spreadsheet of all of your prompts. It's helpful to new staff that come in. So this tool, I think, really is a good starter pack. I use this with my students to get them, situated and learn how to structure a good prompt. So good luck with this tool, and keep in mind this tool and many others, are featured on Journalist Toolbox, Journalist plural, toolbox.ai. You can access it live on the web. It has all kinds of tools and resources in it. It's a free website. It's paid for by advertising and sponsorships, as well as subscriptions to our newsletter. Excuse me. And the What's New section at the top has a list of all of the tools that I've just added to the site. With short descriptions. Many times I put in there if it's a free or a paid site or whatever. Many of the sites here at least have a paid trial, so you can try it out. I do embed training videos in here as well. There are more than 125 of them up on the site. Training videos link right here will take you to all of them. It's just a YouTube channel you can subscribe to for free. You get an update every time I add a new video. I'm adding a bunch of them in July 2025, so you'll see a lot of them coming up. In that month, I had some more in December typically as well, and few in between, but those are my big months for recording videos because I like to see how the tools stick for a while before I invest a video in them. Some tools like LensGo have gone away, and I've got a video up here of it, from about a year ago that just didn't make it. So I try to invest a little bit of time into the tool before I actually record a video on it. Also on that right rail, we have a link to newsletter. Our Substack newsletter comes out every other Tuesday morning, right around 8 a.m. Eastern time. It's very short. You can get through it in about 5 minutes. It's free, but you can, do a paid sponsorship if you like, and donate what you can. We always have, little updates to certain things here. Sophiana is a tool that I featured in this newsletter. I usually feature one tool or one set of tools to perform a certain task. This is a new tool out that's built by Sophia Smith Gaylor, who created the script and video maker. It allows you to take a story, paste it in. It gives you a script and some viral hooks for short videos, and you can use those videos on TikTok and other things to promote your stories. Really cool tool. So I usually feature something fun like that. Always feature some other links and tools down here, and then some stuff about my book and some other materials. So it's a short, quick read. Take advantage of it. One thing I happen to mention here is that we now have a custom GPT on ChatGPT with the Journalist Toolbox. It's also linked off the side of the rail. You can go in here and ask it specific questions about what types of tools you're looking for. It'll offer you some recommendations based off what's on the website. You can actually have a conversation with the Journalist Toolbox. So you can take a look at that. Again, it's linked off the right rail of the website right here at the top of Engage Custom GPT. So take advantage of that. Hope you learned something today from this. I've got some more videos coming, so we'll see you soon.